Let's read the updates. Let's see here. Gameplay update 7.25. All pick hero picking has been reworked. It now has 5 rounds. Each round Radiant and Dire pick 1 hero each at the same time. And the selections each team makes is hidden until next round. If a duplicate pick occurs, the player who picked it second will be given some extra time to select another hero. Reworked how hero banning works in all pick. Previously, half of the voted heroes would get banned. Now each ban has a 50% chance of succeeding. If there are less than 10 heroes banned, heroes will automatically roll for banning based on their ban rate at your MMR. Ah. So if people don't nominate, just the most banned heroes will be banned. Or, you know, will roll for bans. Interesting. I think that's nice, especially if you're someone lazy like me, because I don't ban that much. I tend just not to ban heroes, but okay. I guess that's cool. Moving on. Power runes initially spawn at 4 minutes now. Subsequent spawns are still every 2 minutes. Okay, just delaying the mid impact. Power runes no longer spawn on both sides of the map at minute 40. Less power to end the game with. Remove the team-based Rubberman mechanic for hero kills. Formula reworked and simplified. Oh god. More fucking changes to the gold gain. Okay. Old hero kill gold AoE definitions. Net worth ranking factor 1.6 to 0.4 based on the killer's net worth rank within the team. Network poor factor 1.2 to 0.6 based on victim's net worth rank within their team. Comeback factor 1 if the team is behind and 0 if ahead. So it was like just a cold yes or no. And then the formula that I've read multiple times and took a fucking while to really understand and feel how that's gonna work. And also it had some definitely big flaws. You can read through all this and understand it if you want. In short, I dislike this formula, and I think that it led for some insane gold if the lowest net worth hero on a certain team and that team was behind in gold. If the lowest net worth hero killed the highest net worth on the other team, they could get like 1100 golds at like 8 minutes into the game. Like ridiculous shit could happen. I didn't like it. So let's see what the new one is. New hero kill golds, 50 plus victim net worth times 0.03. Split by number of heroes. Okay. Hero kill sprees gold bounty increased from 60 to 480. Or from 60 to 480 to 200 to 690. Okay. Wow, that's a lot more on the spree gold. The experience for killing a spree is also higher. Captain's modes now has ban counts per phase. Change from 321 to 411. Okay. A lot of bans in the first phase. A lot of bans. Random draft hero pool reduced from 50 to 40. I like how it's, yeah, they said it was simplified. They weren't kidding. Like it's like a million times simpler than this. Whether it's gonna be a better outcome, I'm still thinking about it. Like, yes or no. I think you would have to run some simulations and see, like, given certain net worth and certain heroes involved. Like for this, obviously it matters which heroes are involved. What this does is that I would, just reading it quickly like this, I would guess that being the highest net worth and killing heroes is now going to be more worth it than it was before. Whether it is that you're killing a support or killing some bottom feeder, or killing a mid hero, I would say that being the top farmer and killing an enemy is probably more worth it now than before. I would say. Yeah, they're trying to diminish the rubber band effect. Yes, there used to be a very active rubber band effect before. Anyway, let's keep going. Random draft hero pool has been reduced from 50 to 40. Keep going. Go lower. Make it 30. I want it to be a struggle. If you play random draft, I don't want to feel like, oh, half the heroes in the game are there, you know? I want it to really feel like, shit, this is not a very great pool. What can I draft out of it? I personally don't find random draft very exciting if there's so many heroes. I think 30 is a good number. Maybe lower. Maybe 25. Like, you're only drafting 10 heroes out of it. 40 is still too many for me to be that interested, but maybe that's just me. Anyway, I feel like random draft is supposed to be about, you know, making the best out of a shitty pool. Single draft? I mean, single draft is sort of that, but just less exciting. Single draft is 30 heroes in the game, but you can only pick out of 3, and that's kind of boring. I don't like single draft, because it limits you on an individual level, and also in order to really make single draft exciting, I would want to know what heroes everyone has available. Enemy, friends, everything. You know, it doesn't feel so strategical as much as you just get into a game, you see 3 heroes, you pick the one you hate the least, and that's it. That's single draft for you. Radiant Ancient Creeps are now easier to stack. Okay, very nice, very nice. Tier 1 neutral item drop rates increased from 10 to 14%. So you find them faster. Fountain attack damage is increased. Fountain was buffed. Neutral creep frost armor slow is reduced. Armor is reduced. Illusion rune now has similar cast mechanics as Manta. Shuffle, dispel, dodge. That's cool. So bottling and illusion rune could be very nice now. Faded brooch nerfed. Iron Talon works on ancient. What? What? That's a huge buff for that item. Okay, unless I'm about to read something about ancients, I feel like this is a huge buff to an item that was already okay. I was pretty happy having Iron Talon on TA. Now I will be fucking ecstatic about finding an Iron Talon. Poor Man Shield slightly buffed. GPM increased. Crowbow attack speed increase. More resistance on Nether Shawl. That's kind of big actually. More turn rate, passive movement speed increase. Wow, 4% more movement speed. It's quite good. More regen. More buffs to the Enchanted Quiver. Man, this item has been buffed probably the most out of all the neutral items since release. It's gotten such substantial buffs. Slow now affects attack speed. Ooh, people might remember to press Havoc Hammer now. I mean, probably not. Flicker cooldown is lower, range reduced. I feel like range reduced is good. I feel like that's a buff to the item as well. Because 600 the wrong direction felt really bad. 450 or 600 the right direction doesn't really matter. It's like if you're going towards the right direction, it's good no matter what. But 600 the wrong direction can sometimes really fuck you over. So also a buff in my mind. Attack speed increase. Nothing big to say about it. It's just slightly stronger. Leveler struggles a bit with competing against some of the other items of its tier, unless you're pushing buildings, of course. So, makes sense. Minotaur Horn, slight buff. Witless Shaco, even tankier. Oh, they buffed the no-brain strategy. No-brain Shaco. Seer Stone gives 10 mana regen. That's just added on top of what it already does, right? I think that 10 mana regen is just flat out added. Huh. I kind of liked Seer Stone already, but that's pretty big buff. Pure damage is increased. Health regen increased. How does Woodland Strider need a buff? That I don't understand. I feel like Woodland Striders are really strong. Wow. 90 gold for TP Scrolls. They made it more expensive again. No longer has an active... Wait, what? Upgrades Town Portal scroll while equipped, reduces its cooldown to 40 seconds, allows it to target units and does not consume a charge on usage. So we don't have the double TP. Honestly, I'm so fucking happy about that. I've complained about this a lot. I've said it many times before in my stream. I don't know if Ice Frog is a viewer of my stream, but I've said it a lot of times when I play Dota that I feel like Dota became so fucking stupid when Travels and TP Scroll were, you know, both working together, because you could just always be out of position and be Pepega and you're never gonna have to suffer. Oh, the enemy is split pushing us. Oh, I guess just TP back, lol, defend with someone, and then keep pushing. I mean, now finally, split push can be worth something. So this is a considerable buff to the TI3 playstyle. And honestly, it's been like impossible to split push for the last few years. Not, you know, it's never been relevant whether you split push or not. It's just been like farming, sort of. So, feels better. Javelin damage reduced from 100 to 80. Attack speed reduced. Okay. Orb of Venom damage reduced massively. Slow is increased though. Slow duration is reduced. Huh. Okay. So the damage is down to 2 per second. That's nothing. I guess it slows more? I don't know. I'm not happy about that Orb of Venom. Hello Darkness, my old friend. Yeah, I mean, do you want to buy this, Tubi? That's like half your damage output is the Orb of Venom. What are you gonna do now that they took away more than half of that damage? It seems fucking weak, man. It looks awful. It does look awful, doesn't it? I mean, 3% more slow? Very often it doesn't matter if you slow a little bit more as well. It's like, you're either slowing them enough that you can attack move them, or you don't. And you already did that quite often, so what the fuck does this do? Yeah, this doesn't kill TA refraction, by the way. But, yeah, who cares? It can only break TSQ now. It couldn't even do that before. You would need... The only time the Orb of Venom killed TA's refraction before is if you were Ancient Sealed or Decrepified or Veiled or something like that. Because it did too little damage before. 5 was not enough. Its damage instances above 5, but I think that the magic resistance plays a part first. So yeah, nothing has changed there. It still doesn't kill refraction, and it didn't do that before either. Cost reduced on Ring of Regen. No longer requires Iron Branch. No longer provides stats. Okay. No stats on the headdress. I think people are not gonna want to buy it anymore. Sage's Mask. Mana Regens increased. Honestly, this is a big buff to my Dazzle mid. I buy Sage's Masks. You know, I buy 2 of them really early. So cheap though. I mean, yeah, it's cheap, but no stats. I don't know. Yeah, maybe people will still buy it. No longer branch, no longer 3 tall stats, more mana regen. Same for all of these items, huh? All stats reduced. Requires Hyperstone. Oh god, Bloodthorn has changed, huh? No more Crystallis built into the Bloodthorn. Attack damage reduced from 75 to 30. Attack speed increased from 30 to 85. No longer gives passive critical strike. It still has the same active, you know, presumably. I guess. It doesn't say anything, so we still have crit from that. So the passive critical being removed doesn't matter that much during the time that it's active. It's a big damage reduction though, and the attack speed, I don't know, it makes it a lot worse on some heroes. Like Void Spirit, for instance. Bloodthorn was quite good on before, but now it's quite a lot worse. I think it makes it better for TA, honestly, overall. It looks more appealing to TA. We'll have to see what happened to Crystallis though. Now requires Broadsword and Mithril Hammer instead of Demon Edge. What the fuck, man? All these recipe changes. Broadsword and Mithril Hammer. Sure. Because why would it be like, you know, using a Claymore and a Broadsword or something? Cost reduced, damage reduced. Okay. 16 damage for 1,000. Recipe cost is increased by 700 or by 200. Damage is reduced. Crit chance is increased. Alright, Chrysalis is dead. Yeah, it's just straight up dead. 200 more gold. You get 9 less damage. No, wait, even less. 11 less damage. 11 less damage, and you have 10% bigger chance to get your Pepega crit for 160%. Yeah. 30% of the time you get a 60% damage increase. Oh, is it the same gold? Because the item... Oh, right. The broadsword. It still sounds bad, honestly. Better later on, though. I mean, better scaling on it, but now you can't build a Bloodthorn out of it, so... Is it really only gonna be used in Daedalus now? Yeah, it sounds really bad. Vanguard no longer has a recipe. Oh shit. Oh shit, boys. Vanguard. Never mind everything else. This is the biggest change. Vanguard Radius Void is back, boys. We can buy a Vanguard just by buying 2 items. Oh, we're back, boys. Easy. Recipe cost increased. Recipe cost increased. Okay. Side shop Vanguard, boys. Eagle Song cost reduced. Agi reduced. Okay. Nerf to Morphling. Buff to everyone else using it, basically. Mana loss reduction is made better. And spell amp is better. Okay. I mean, maybe interesting. I'm not sure about the Kaya component though. Could be okay though, but yeah, not to be sold. No longer mutes enemies, now continuously dispels. Wait, it doesn't mute? Oh boy, what's happening here? Duration from 6 to 5. Continuous dispel. Slow reduced from 100%. 80%. Massive cast range. A lot of armor, more damage. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. But we could still see some better changes, I guess. So they made it... yeah, I see what it does now. I feel like a new item could have done that. Or maybe Diffusal could have been changed to do some dispelling again. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Cast range reduced from 750 to 550, 850 for enemies. Wait, what? Cast range reduced from 750 to 550, 850 for enemies. So you have longer range when force staffing an enemy? The fuck? No longer undispellable. Okay, so you cannot force staff away from the Nullifier at least. So it's, you know, soft countering that. The Hurricane Pike, of course, the same way. Glimmer Cape, cast range reduced. Wow, that's very low range on the Glimmer. Vision reduced. Holy Locket is cheaper. It's on sale. It's on sale, but nobody wants to buy it. I mean, this is another potential buff for my Dazzle. What do we see here? Golden experience bounties reduced. Another potential buff for my Dazzle. Aeon Disc cooldown reduced. Yes, buff for my Dazzle. Debuff now reduces regen and heals. Yes, buff my Dazzle. I don't know, I could buy Silver Edge. Don't judge. Duration reduced. Mana regen increased. Oh. Can heal faster or clarity up faster. Interesting. Cost down by 25. Man, I'm still upset about the fucking nullifier change though. Am I not gonna see another item that like fills that purpose of muting the enemy? Is there not gonna be a choice for that? Because that makes Dota a lot more Pepega, I feel. But maybe there's still an item to come that I haven't seen. I mean, a bit more mana. I guess it's nice. Ring of Health definitely needed a buff. It felt kind of pointless before. Health regen is buffed all around a little bit. Do you lose the health regen from making a loadsword though? What the hell? It's not buffed here. Mana cost increased from 75 to 150. Okay. Helm is buffed. This is weird to me though. You buff ring to make it more attractive to buy the ring, but now you make the Helm of Iron Will also better. So the casual ring is still shit. Because it's 6.5 versus 5, but this one gives you a bunch of armor. I like the buff to Tarask though, that's nice. Health regen reduced. Wow, so there's no other item that fills the role of Nullifier. Okay, overall my impression is that I feel carrying is gonna be easier than before. Like anti-carries are gonna be harder to play. Sheepstick? Yeah, but Hex on TA is not quite as attractive as Nullifier on TA, because the thing about Hex is that it doesn't give you damage, right? There's a lot of heroes that liked Nullifier that wanted Nullifier because it's an item that is similar to Hex in its control, but longer duration and also gives you damage. I missed the movement speed buff on Boots of Travels. Did I? Maybe I did. Yeah, I read this part. Yeah, you can go fast as fuck with this. I don't know. I'm not... Like, the going fast part is fun, but this part is what I'm hyped for. I don't like having 2 travels, so that's... Or 2 TPs, so that's good. That's good. I'm pretty happy with that change overall. I think travels is probably gonna be very popular still, but no longer the double TP effect. Feels good, man. Yeah, I mean, if someone goes for Nullifier now, you just press BKB, and that's it. You're like, okay. It says it continuously dispels the target. I would imagine that Nullifier's dispelling effect is dispelled by pressing BKB. In which case, why would I want it to anyway? Maybe they should make it so it's a non-dispellable dispel, so that even if you press BKB, it keeps dispelling you. But yeah, I don't know. It stopped saves now. Does it? Does it really? Because I don't feel like it does. Like some saves, yes, but not necessarily all saves. If you BKB, you can't get force staffed, and you cannot force staff away from it. You can't ghost after it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not in love with it. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that it just removes the option of killing BKB heroes with Nullifier. It makes it equally good as it was before against like Ghost Scepters and whatever, but it's worse now against BKB carriers. And honestly, I don't think the BKB carriers needed a buff, because BKB is like one of the few of the items that you could just press before and be fine. Anyway, whatever. I just like that. I just like the change. That's all I can